What's up? It's Skidaro here with more Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we got our first glimpse at the Shadow Pokemon Lab from underground. And in this episode, we are going to head towards the Shadow Pokemon Lab to check it out above ground. As you can see on our map here, it turns out that mysterious map was indeed the Shadow Pokemon Lab. And if you remember the first time we came here, we couldn't do really much of anything because this gate was blocking our way into the lab and there was no way for us to open it. However, if you remember from the last episode, we acquired the main gate key right here. Yes, this main gate key is used to open this gate. So all we have to do is use the main gate key on this panel right here and it'll open the gate. Alright, so now we have full access to the lab. But first, what we're going to want to do is come over here to pick up this treasure chest, which contains a few full heals. Full heals, a very good item to have. I've already explained them before, and I feel no need to explain them again. Yes. Anyway, if we try to open this shutter right here, we can see that it's locked and we can't do anything about it at the moment. However, we can come over here to open this door right here because it opens. Only to be blocked off by this door right here. A card key is needed to open. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to find a card key before we do anything. But the first thing we should do is come in this room right here and come over to this computer, which acts as the shutter switch operator. Alright. Want to press it? Of course we will. Because remember, kids, if you ever see a switch or a button that needs to be pressed, you press it. That's always the thing to do. Well, maybe not. That probably only works in video games. Yes, only video games. Anyway, now that we have access to this room right here, we can see that there's a PC in here. So we have a way to save and switch our Pokemon around. And also, if we come behind here, we can see that there's a hidden treasure chest, which contains a few PP-ups. PP-ups, what they basically do is increase the amount of times you can use a certain move. So if you have a move that you really like and you want to increase the number of times you can use that move, then PP-up's the way to go. I don't really use PP-up because, well, basically, I just don't find the need to do so. So, I'm just gonna have to pass on it. Anyway, coming over here, we see this guy. This is discrimination. Why do they single me out for these extra assignments? There's still packing left to move out of this lab. Grr. Oh, I feel your pain, dude. I feel your pain. Who are you? You're suspicious. Therefore, you must be intruders. So we must fight. Luckily, that battle wasn't a complete waste of our time, because as you can see, he dropped one card key! Yes, the item we were looking for the whole time. Let's see. Oh, that's a card key! Now, you don't say, Rui! Oh my god. Man, you are really becoming a true Navi, aren't you? Anyway, before we go, we want to come down these stairs right here, and recognize this room? Why, it's the room that those Cypher Peons blew up! So we couldn't get over to this side, but now we're on this side, so joke's on them. Anyway, the real reason we came in here is to pick up this treasure chest, which contains 3 elixirs, which basically restores the PP of all the moves on one Pokemon. So it's a good item to have. They don't sell it in stores, I believe, so yeah. Anyway, we needed to fight that trainer right there to get that card key, so keep note of that. And also, I'm kind of worried to record this place because from eyewitness myself, I've seen that capture cards particularly do not like this location in the game. So I'm kind of worried, especially one part of this area, which we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyway, now that we have the card key, we come back here and come up to this panel. Use this card key on this panel. There we go. To open the door. Yes, so now we have access to the whole lab, haha. So now we just come down this future elevator, which kind of looks like the one from the pre-gem, only a little more scientific, but whatever. Anyway, before we go on, I would like to show that I did a little bit of off-screen training with my Pokemon. I got all the ones I care about to up to at least level 45, except Hitmontop right here. He's forever alone. And also, I switched out Quagsire for Piloswine right here, and I've also purified him because he's going to become pretty handy for this area, if I do say so myself. So, anyway, let's move on forward. I also gave the Black Glassix the Umbreon because he needs the power boost. Anyway, what we're first going to want to do is come over to the left and over here. And holy crap, dropping down Cypher Peons. Yes, you'll see soon that Cypher Peons dropping down from the ceiling are quite common around these parts. Well, this area. You know what I mean. And like with all Cypher Peons, we need to fight them if you couldn't have figured that one out right now. They kind of act like the security to this place, so I can understand. And this wouldn't be the Shadow Pokemon Lab without Shadow Pokemon! Yes! Apom is the Shadow Pokemon. Apom really isn't that great of a Pokemon. I don't recommend it whatsoever. However, it does get a little more powerful with its 4th gen evolution. There it goes, saying stuff about 4th gen evolutions. In this case, it would be Ambipom, which is a little more quick and a little more powerful, but not as much. So even then, it's not really that great. I just don't really recommend Apom whatsoever. And then there goes Remoraid. How sad. Not really. Kind of floats there for a little bit, which is kind of disturbing. Wait for it right here. Furret! Watch out! We got a Furret! Oh my god. Actually, no, this one knows Flamethrower. I've experienced it off camera. And yeah, it can be pretty devastating if you have a grass type out there, which I doubt you do. I will admit, grass types aren't really the strongest Pokemon out there, and kind of worried to use Secret Power again and may get a critical hit, but I'll take my chances. This game has been pretty generous to me, so I hope it doesn't get a critical hit. I'll probably just cry if it does get a critical hit, and I will be sad. I'll be sad and I'll cry. And I actually tested off screen, and I've tested off screen before, and Secret Power paralyzes in this place. So yeah. Oh wow, it didn't really do that much. Wow. Then again, Espeon's special defense is kind of and it gets a critical hit. Oh, that's just perfect. Oh, Mind Freak, you're my favorite evolution out of the rest. My second favorite is Umbreon, so. Yeah, do not fret. I'll just send Zip Zap out there, and I think it's a good time to catch it. Let's try a Pokeball, since I have so many of those. I've been meaning to get rid of those things, so let's do it! Let's do it! Yeah! I'm probably gonna fail at catching this thing. It's at level 43, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Stranger things have happened in this game. Like, yeah, I've kind of expected that would happen. Hopefully I can catch it before it KOs itself with multiple uses of Shadow Rush. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Oh, wow, it uses Fury Swipes. Okay, so it's not a complete idiot. And, I spoke too soon. Yeah. Zip Zap Static. And there goes Furret. Hopefully it'll be easier to catch now. I mean Apom, not Furret. I already have a Furret, so why would I need another one? Considering, like, Furret's not really that great. Anyway, there's Castform right there. Castform's a weird Pokemon, if I do say so myself. It's more of a gimmick Pokemon than anything, but we're not here to identify Castform. We're here to catch Apom, so hopefully I can catch it. Here we go. It's paralyzed. It's in the red zone. I should be able to catch it. But then again, we'll just see what happens. Two times in a row, man. 2 times in a row. I tried to drink water, but it dripped down the left side of my face. I don't know about you guys. That's probably one of my favorite NCS quotes. NCS is a good guy. I like his work. I have yet to watch him lately, but, you know, that's probably because I've been too busy. And there goes Castform. Oh, it looked so sad when it fell. And now I feel bad about KOing it. I feel so sad. I think I'm gonna cry. No, I'm not going to. I am gonna cry if I don't catch this Apom soon. Oh, let's have Zip Zap use Cotton Spore. So let's go! Yeah! Sure! Yeah! So pumped! Yeah! Okay, I'm not really that pumped. Anyway, hopefully. 2, 3. There we go! That's a good Apom. Getting the ball like you're supposed to. I don't know if that has double meaning or not, but why am I the loser? Because you're on the side of evil, my friend. And let me tell you, evil never wins. Haha. Anyway, now that we beat that guy, we're going to come down this elevator right here. And also, in this place, you're going to want to keep an eye out for sparkly things around here. Because, more often than not, like, for example, this right here, they will be DNA samples. Yes, there are 3 DNA samples to be found around the lab. And they become very important for later in the lab. And a couple things to note about them. One thing to note right now is that they're in different locations in every save file. So, wherever I find mine, you may not find yours. So don't panic if you don't find yours where I find mine. They're just in different locations. There's always going to be 3 of them. Just don't panic. Panicking is the worst thing you can do. And if we come up these stairs, we're going to have to fight this guy right here. So I will BRB. Anyway, this guy is required to fight, so yeah. He doesn't have any shadow Pokemon, so that's... yeah. Anyway, we just come over to this desk and pick up the downstairs key. We need to come here to get this item, so yeah. For the most part, the scientists around here are pretty optional. Like this guy right here, we could skip him, even though he was completely looking at us when we came down the stairs, but whatever. Yeah. Another thing I should know is that ground Pokemon are a must for this area, because there's going to be a lot of electric types. Well, the scientists around here use electric types for the most part. Fire types too, because they do use Magnemite and Magneton. My favorite Pokemon, by the way. Anyway, the reason we came all the way over there is to get the downstairs key for this door right here. So we'll just use the downstairs key we got. You're going to want to go to the left first when entering here. I'm actually going to switch up Pokemon right now. I'm going to switch up to Zip Zap right here. Because there's another falling Cypher-Peon! Ah! Alright, decided to cut until she sent out her Shadow Pokemon, which obviously her Shadow Pokemon is Murkrow! Yes, Murkrow. Now, Murkrow really isn't the greatest flying type. It's mediocre at best. That is until it gets its 4th gen evolution, Honchkrow, in which I believe Honchkrow is actually a very nice Pokemon, if I do say so myself. But since we can't really get Honchkrow in this game, I don't really recommend Murkrow whatsoever. Odds are you have another flying type in your arsenal, which is better. So, what can I do? Well, I would hate to risk using Thunder Shock, so I think I'll switch to Blackout right here. Take care of Murkrow. Hey, come back, Zip Zap! You don't belong in this fight anymore. Hey, there's Blackout! Actually, what I find funny is that Umbreon's official Japanese name, I am not lying, its Japanese name is Blackie. Yes, Blackie. Apparently, it's the mix between Black and Lucky, because believe it or not, black cats in Japan are considered lucky. So that's why it's, you know, yeah, you could put 2 and 2 together, but yeah. Kind of ironic how most things in Japan are opposite in America. Like, we see rainbows as, oh my god, double rainbow all the way across the sky. But to them, it means misfortune. So, yeah, it's kind of weird when you think about it. Anyway, I'll probably just cut when I get this thing to a catchable area. So, I'll be right back. Oh my god! Critical freaking hit! Why? Oh man! Oh man! Oh, critical hit! Why you come at the wrongest times? Ugh. Well, that's one Pokemon we're gonna have to save for the after game. If I hate to say it, but yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, if you come in this room right here, this is another location where you can find one of the DNA samples. Oh my god! Of course, I was worried, like, is it gonna be a critical hit? But no. Anyway, let's see what this guy has to say. I've been hiring to tend the Pokemon, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. Were you folks wanting a Pokemon too? No, not really. That's so. Well, that's fine then. They've all been taken away somewhere. Every last one. Yeah, I can see. But it's okay. We're gonna have another chance of catching Murkrow in the after game, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, that dead end right there, there's a chance that there's gonna be a DNA sample right there. I believe. Yeah, I believe. Anyway, let's see what I have in my arsenal right here. I'm gonna switch up to And might as well switch up to Umbreon right here. Anyway, just to have another hard hitter out there. Well, I won't exactly call Umbreon a hard hitter, but you know. Anyway, let's see if she sends out her Shadow Pokemon first. No, she doesn't, so I'll be right back. Alright, and she sends out Fortress! And the reason why I'm coming back in to commentate is because Fortress here is the Shadow Pokemon. Now, Fortress, it's more or less a strategical Pokemon. It's Bug and Steel, which means it only has one weakness, to Fire. And it has a pretty high defense, which means it can wall anything. And it knows a lot of strategical moves. Yeah, strategical moves like Spikes and Explosions. So, if you want a interesting Pokemon, I would kind of recommend Fortress for those people who want, you know, just a change of pace. Alright, hopefully that doesn't... Okay. Well, hopefully it does paralyze, but, you know, hopefully it'll inflict static on Fortress right here. I don't know, I'm kind of at a loss of words here because of that fail I had last time. Actually, you know what? Let's try to catch up Fortress right here. Let's see. Since it is a bug Pokemon, I'm going to try a Net Ball on it. Hopefully this will do it in one shot. And let's do the infinite Pokemon glitch right here. And let's see. Use a light screen. Just put up a light screen just for precautions. Hopefully I can catch this thing. Which I did. Very good, very good. Anyway, I will see you after this battle ends. And that didn't really take that long at all. Alright, so we have another elevator right here. But I believe we're going to stop the video right here. So, next time on Pokemon Colosseum, we are going to be exploring more of the Shadow Pokemon Lab. So, see you then.